her too.
Guy stuff.
Yeah, yeah. In the hood, we got a little club in the hood that, it's funny. And Daryl, he always reached for tomorrow's. Just say so. We could be talking. He said, "No, the moon is pink." When we talk about football,
I said, "Fuck y'all up yesterday."
I'm like, what the world? Even James. Now you know it's bad. If James says, James said, what? Daryl?
He put his hand.
He just said, I say now, it's bad if James said, cause James say the craziest thing.
Spaced out.
Yeah,
Wait, is this inside the
yeah. It is. Yeah.
Man stuff. You talking about man stuff?
Yeah. And who the biggest liar?
We know who that is.
Yeah, we do know who that is.
Hey, you win that award hands down.
Hands down. Nothing. Man, take that text right there and eat it.
With a hot dog?
With a hot dog, a bologna salad. With peanut butter in the middle of it, right? Oh, okay, I got you.
Like you a Saints fan in Georgia bar.
Okay. Yeah.
Like that? That's what you mean?
Yeah, Darryl. Never that.
Hey, we see y'all viewing. That's cool, but y'all need to hit that like button. Y'all hit that subscribe and leave some comments.
Yeah, tell them what it's all about. Because we inside the Real Room Podcast.
Tell them again, man.
We inside the Real Room Podcast, and guess what? We're going to keep on throwing it at you and coming at you and giving you some of the good topics that's happening inside the world.
Hey,
what you got
like
for
that,
us?
man. I like that. What's on the agenda today, man? How you feeling?
Man, after I need a trifecta. I'm gonna say that right now.
Georgia Tech,
Georgia Tech won. Georgia won. I need the Falcons to do their thing. I need a trifecta. I got one last week. I need a trifecta.
So you're a Georgia Tech fan, though?
Man, I'm a Georgia. Period. I'm Red Clay.
So who you going for when y'all play Tech?
Man, you know.
Hey, man, you just said Georgia.
I gotta show Tech a little love. They're right here in the state.
That's what it is.
Yeah, show them a little love. They're in the state. Gotta show them a little love. Hey, they doing good too. I'm looking at them, watching them. They beat Duke yesterday. Duke was really solid defensive team.
Duke, man.
Yeah.
Really
inside the ACC.
Duke.
They'll beat the likes of Clemson.
We'll see what it comes down to. Duke. The Blue Devils, Duke.
Yeah, the Blue Devils. Yeah,
Come on,
they're going to play good. So with Miami, really? I'm gonna see what's gonna happen with Miami because Beck he crashed this week.
Oh, yeah, he had a bad week. Huh?
He crashed. He crashed. Georgia fans know all too much about that.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Stop hating on that guy, man.
Hey,
he could be in the ACC championship.
Yeah, he going to play Georgia Tech too, man.
It might beat him.
I doubt that. He going to crash.
Why you want him to lose? Because he's a former Georgia player?
Man, once you
tell the truth, man. We inside the real room. Tell the truth, man.
Once you step outside that red and black, bro, it's over.
Oh, so the truth coming out.
Yeah.
You don't want him to do that.
I don't want him to do that. They're talking about Heisman what? Holding it?
No, that boy better not be.
Oh, man, what? Okay, so
because he did Nussmeier the same thing. At the beginning, preseason, he was in there. But from game one to now,
who you looking at now? We halfway through here now. Yeah. So who you looking at? Who you looking at?
I got
that you would consider.
I got two and a maybe. My two is Ohio State quarterback. I forgot his name. The Ohio State wide receiver Smith. That's a bad boy. Yeah. And now you got to look at Alabama quarterback. He playing. I hate to say it, but he playing. So that's my 2.5.
Yeah.
Who you like?
I agree with you. I got to say it. I'm looking at Miami. I mean, not Miami, not Beck.
Yeah.
Not Beck. And they had throw Beck in there. They had throw Archibald in there.
Yeah,
they had threw the Oregon quarterback in there. They had threw them all in. But man, Alabama quarterback looking real good.
He a shock.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
Yeah, he looking real good. He real good. And my sleeper is gonna stop them.
Oh, man, come on, we was doing good. We was having a good conversation.
Gonna stop
that
it.
dude can't play cards.
Go look at his stats, man. Look at his stats. That's all I'm going to say. Look at his stats. Look at his stats.
We was having a good conversation, man. You always.
Hey,
so your top one guy?
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me ask you.
So that's your top one guy?
I say my top one guy.
Who's your top?
Simpson from Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my top guy.
And Gunner number 2.
And Gunner number
what about
2.
Ohio State quarterback, man?
He showed me. I'm telling you, he showed
the
me
boys
nothing,
stumping
man.
everything. Everybody getting the brakes beat off them, no matter who they play.
Yeah, I mean they ain't playing nobody.
What about the receiver?
Now if I had to, that third guy that would be Smith,
because he. Like they always
he
a dog.
Oh man, look at that boy in Tampa, man.
Buka,
man, that boy, man. They say he may play today too. You know,
for real, he's scary, man.
He's
scary.
He get on. But I'm looking at it. I hate to say Alabama quarterback, I really do, but I'm watching it, man. He's growing up. Right before our eyes.
Yeah, he my number 3 guy. I got him number 3.
Yeah, you got number 3.
I got him 2 Ohio State boys, 1 and 2, and I got him number 3 so far. Because we still got to.
Yeah, we got about 5 more games to go. So
now that's what I like.
Yeah, so it changes. It's gonna change again.
Oh, it's gonna change again. Right before they have 1 or 2 more players go hop in.
Yeah, because I do know one thing. Know Archie Manning is out.
Oh yeah, he out.
I know Beck is out. Man, 4 interceptions.
My quarterback, Nussmeier out. Like he was the one. He was because he was the best quarterback in the SEC last year. He was probably top 10, and he was the hype. Everybody, the hype was built on him. And like you coming in here, he was hurt. Brian Kelly mismanaged that. And we should have changed the game plans to adjust to him being hurt.
Right.
And we just rolled the dice. And now the team falling apart now, man. We can't lose 2 games and be in the SEC championship.
Well, they had coming in, they had Archie Manning, they had Beck, they had Clemson quarterback.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah, they had him. Alabama quarterback wasn't even in the talking, right? They had Oregon quarterback.
They had our quarterback. That's why I was in there too.
But I'm telling you somebody else who they better start looking at. Indiana, start. You keep on saying no.
There you go again.
Okay. All right. Watch
there you go again.
Watch them. You know what? That's a physical team.
They could be physical.
That's a physical team. I'm telling you,
they can't beat no good team. Man.
Okay, we're gonna see. They're gonna be in. If they keep going the way they're going, they're gonna be in the playoffs. You can't take that away from them.
They probably end up in that because they're in a weak division. They're gonna play another weak team to win the championship.
So this year, do Ohio and Michigan play this year?
Yeah, I think they play every year, don't they?
Okay. No, they switch it up. Since they
changed to the playoff thing because I know they used to play.
Right?
They used to play every year.
Yeah, they start changing it up, and then next year they go on to something different too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So
some of that stuff that leave the same, man. That's a good competitive game every year.
Well, in that case, you got to leave.
Teams like that,
you got to leave them.
That's a rivalry.
Yeah. You got to leave that in there. You can't take that out, right?
That's like taking away Georgia playing. Georgia Tech.
Or either Alabama and Auburn. Because it's inside the rivalry.
Yeah, and us in Arkansas, you got to keep that rivalry. You have to.
Got to keep it. Definitely got to keep it. So straight. Man, what you thinking about? What you thinking about? Y'all midterm where we halfway through the college season. 7 games in.
Yeah.
What you think about y'all LSU base so far?
I'm writing the AD tomorrow.
Okay.
It's time for Kelly to get his ass out of Dodge, man. He done. We done lost 2 games, man.
He should have been gone for the season.
Man, I'm tired. We tired. I'm tired. We got too much of Tyler. We supposed to be more competitive. Even the issue with Nussmeier, that's not no excuse no more, man. We got to be doing better, period. You spent all that money in the all season, a lot of money to bring these young athletes in. And it ain't paying off.
Yeah, NIL. They spend a lot of money.
You used to coaching out there with Notre Dame. You ain't used to the SEC, man. And it's showing now.
Right.
We was getting away with it before, but now we ain't. It's catching up with us.
Well, you know what? What else is catching up? Okay, the Texas, the Oklahomas, they see that it's real.
It's real in the SEC, man.
It ain't no, like Nick Saban said. He said this right here. He said like the Big Ten, all those teams say they play like quality teams probably every other game or 2 games out of the season. He said in the SEC, every game
is every week.
And
you got to think about if I'm a young athlete, I'm not gonna go to Georgia, LSU, Florida. I'm not going to those big schools where I got to go sit for 2 or 3 years. So now the talent is all distributed all over now. Now I can go to South Carolina. Now I can go to one of the other schools, Mississippi State or Oklahoma, and I can go there and start. So now you're getting better talent now. Now the boys getting the first year, getting the second year in, and that talent starting to show. Now everything is competitive.
Yeah, it make it very competitive. Because at first you had the Alabamas and Georgias and LSU running away with everything, except for Texas when they was on the other side.
Yeah.
But now it's all everybody that in there, out money, man. Everybody,
it
changed everything up. But I like one thing that Kirby said. He said, if you don't want to be developed, don't come to Georgia. And so I see what he's saying, right? You get a chance, most of the time you're going to stay there 4 years. In those 4 years, you get a chance to really learn what football is about and not jump here and jump there, because how you going to perfect your craft if you're jumping everywhere? Yeah. To get that on film, you got to be solid. You got to stay somewhere for at least 2 years,
What's your grade, man? What grade you give your Bulldogs?
I give them, right now, I would give them a B-, because I still think that Kirby is on Alabama payroll. So if I could get Kirby off that payroll, because it wasn't no way. Now, I'm looking at the games that we played after we played Alabama.
Yeah.
It ain't no way we supposed to lost that game to Alabama. No. Even yesterday, right? It was a different breed. The quarterback was different. I mean, totally different than the ones that we played. Move out the pocket, run the ball there. The fourth quarter, they did not score 8 points.
For real?
We scored 17 points in the fourth quarter. They did not score 8 points. I'm like, okay. Best game Bobo ever called. Ole Miss. Just like y'all played Douglas High School. Ole Miss, and we know what Kiffin come with. He come with tricks. He come with everything, right? But during the first 3 quarters, I seen him doing like this. I said, okay. Fourth quarter, he had his head down like, man, what's going on now? Kirby turned up that oven on it. He turned up the heat. I'm like, okay.
Can y'all continue that? How y'all played yesterday? Can y'all continue that?
The slow starts, to me, yesterday was the fastest we ever got out about besides Kentucky game. We got out, we scored 3 when we should have scored 7. But we kept it interesting, right? Because at one point we was like up 17 to I think 13 or something like that. Neither defense was stopping. We were going up and down the field. They were going up and down the field. Matter of fact, they showed when you was sitting there looking at 75 yards, 60 yards. They were showing I was like, wow, those are lots of yards, right? But Ghana's a true. He true to what I thought he would be.
Thought it was.
Yeah. He true. He can zip the ball. He can use his legs.
So you sold on Gunner?
Yeah, I'm sold on Gunner.
Gunner Stockton, you sold on Gunner? Okay.
Yeah. I watched him from day one, and I think they was kind of holding his hand, but now they can open up the playbook, and let him go at it. Let him go up there like they give the coordinator at Alabama, give Simpson, when he go up to the line, he can change the play.
Yeah.
You got to have some type of alternate that you can do when you go up to the line. You got all of us some kind of way.
You have to, man.
If you let them sit back and say, okay, we know what they finna run. We done seen this before. They studying the film, so they know what it is.
And you ain't getting no yards on no players like that.
No. When they load the box on you, they say, okay, we know they finna do it. And those little screen plays, we know what we're coming. We're gonna bring that safety up. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to stand up the audible. You got to go to the line and be able to do it. So I give them a B-. Man, what happened this week? What did you hear? What you hear going on?
Hey, look, man, you heard talking to Tanya. You heard it from me.
What's that?
They say Stephen A. taking shots at Miss Jasmine Crockett.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
What you think about that?
You know what I heard somebody say?
What's that?
You really want to hear? You know what this brother said? He said he a house nigga.
Ooh. Hey, I heard a couple people say that.
Yeah, say he's a house nigga. Now I'm gonna tell you, I was down with the brother, man. And I just talked to you, man. Stephen A., man. I'm talking about, man. I was in his corner.
That's your guy.
And yeah, it was my guy, right? But man, you talk about a black female, and what did she say so bad that wasn't the truth that he's talking about?
Yeah, it was nothing. I researched it on. She was on MSNBC,
right.
And she just said, she was talking, interviewing, and saying like, you can't blame this person, blame that person. If you're struggling, you can't buy your groceries. There's only one person to blame.
Right.
And she said, this. I forgot how she put it. This ain't verbatim. She said, this old white Nepo baby, and sitting in the White House. That's who you blame.
That's right.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And she said too. She said he have 34 counts, and he should be locked up. The only thing that I disagree with the Biden administration is they didn't put him where he should have been. That's what she said.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with that?
What was wrong with any of that?
Man, Jimmy Kimmel talk about Trump better than she do every night.
Every night. So why would Stephen A. attack what she said? That was it. Because as soon as after she said that, that's when his show came on after that. Right. And that's when he made them statements.
But did you see him in the town hall meeting, right? So the things that I think that he's doing, I think he's doing it just for show. The man got up. What did he walk off for?
That's the dog and pony show. All he doing is straddling that line. Yeah. A young man was in the audience. If y'all didn't see it, people, he was in the audience and he said, he worked for the he worked at the airport what you call it? Not TSA. What's they sit in the tower?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And he was saying like he got to work. One of the driving jobs, delivering groceries or a DoorDash or whatever to make up his money. Yeah, because he ain't getting paid right now.
Exactly.
And that man gonna get up and walk off the stage for what? Like you playing the line. He's shifting back and forth to get everybody to be. Oh yeah, Stephen A. standing up for this. Stephen A. standing up for that. But he keeping the negative stuff going too to keep everybody riled up.
So do you think that he's doing this for political? You think he's gonna run for something?
That's all it's about. Let me ask you this question, man. Mm-hmm. Did you see Stephen A. interview on the Pivot?
Yeah.
So did you see when they asked him about President Ryan Clark had asked him, what about we hearing these rumors about you running for president, this, that, and the third? What he said?
Yeah. Not to get away from that right now, right? Okay, that wasn't the first time. The first time they asked him, and he, like you say, he keep on going back and forth.
Yeah.
1 minute he say, okay, yeah, I think I'll make a good president. Well, that's what the people say.
Yeah.
That's what my best friend or somebody, a billionaire said.
No, he lying.
No, he lying. And then he said, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, what is it? And like you say, he going back and forth. Going back and forth, right? So whatever fiddler he's playing, I'm like, homeboy, right now, I think he a house nigga.
He is.
I really do. I agree with him,
Because stand on whatever you go stand on.
Exactly.
On the Pivot, he said that he always go by I'm an independent. But he ain't said on the Pivot.
Right,
I'm a Democrat. I voted for Kamala Harris, Woody won the third. But it was moments when we didn't know who you voted for. You never said, and he's so wishy-washy.
Well, he came out in the town hall meeting and said he did not vote for Trump. He said that.
Oh, he said
I did not vote for Trump, right? So I'm like, okay, but are you an undercover MAGA? Because you doing this right here. 1 minute, you on the Republican side. Then the next minute, you're on the Democrat side. But he say he independent, right? Well, I'm like, okay, so if you're independent, stay independent.
Stay independent. And that man gonna say on the Pivot, if I wanted to, I think I could be president.
That's what he said.
Oh, nobody gonna want to debate me. Right. I could debate everybody. Right. Ooh. And he's talking about representing the Democratic side. Oh, then he said Mark Rubio. Well, Mark Rubio was a smart man. Like you kiss the tail of everybody else, but you downgrade African Americans. You try to kick the back end of women. Somebody else, Stephen Jackson. Stephen Jackson went after him too.
Right, yeah.
He was like, okay, so. Serena Williams' husband was on the show because from the comments he made at the Super Bowl. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he was on there, and Stephen Jackson like, well, this man on the show talking to you, but you acting like a coon, you giggling and laughing. This man's serious about what he's talking about, but you don't show that same respect to LeBron. You up in LeBron's face, talk about wanting to fight and all that, and you trying to kick his back in. Right. So why you ain't showing that same energy towards, which make a lot of sense, like that man on your show, even though he wasn't physically there, but he was on the screen. Right. And the man was like, well, you giving marriage advice. I heard you got marriage advice from me. He over there, he. Yeah. No, I'm not married. And the man say, I give people, I give advice for people that want to co-founders of billionaire companies, because that's what I do. I stay in my lane. Woody won the third, however he said it. And Stephen A. ain't said nothing. Right. Then he go get on a Pivot and holler about, well, if I was really there, this and that would have happened. No, it wouldn't, man. Well,
the thing is, right, it's two-phase, right? When you a house nigga, you're Uncle Tom. So it's two-phase. You cannot be a house nigga without being an Uncle Tom. So both of those fit him, right? My thing is, right, you went at Serena because she crip walk, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She did that in a tennis match long before she from Compton.
Yeah.
Snoop do the same thing.
They all do. That's
what I'm saying.
That's part of their
culture. But I never heard
Coast.
you say nothing about Snoop.
Nothing. Did it for Super Bowl too.
What I'm saying.
Nothing.
Then you go at Jasmine, but I never heard you say anything about Jimmy Kimball.
Nothing.
And
so, you don't even live in Texas.
These are black females.
You don't live in Texas.
What
you care about what Jasmine's saying or doing?
He say stay in New York. That's what he say. He from New York.
So go after somebody in New York. Go after, because there are a lot of congressmen and senators ain't doing nothing over there. So why whatever she's saying or what she doing got anything to do with you? Then you so hypocritical yourself. Then you try to applaud her. Oh, she's very smart, intelligent. Then you back door and say some negative comments.
But what my thing is, why would it come up? Why would a topic like that come up? Should you be talking about sports? Say that's your lane.
That's your lane.
Right. That's your lane. So why would that come up, right? And what she said was the truth. I wish Bynum had to me, they didn't do a whole lot of things. He should have put more judges in place. He should have did something about Trump, right? At that, because everybody know this is a revenge tour. It was once said, and Max Kellerman, they were down on first take together.
Way back with Stephen A.
Right, yeah. And it's once said, Stephen said that, hey, Max Kellerman was more blacker than Stephen A., right? He said when it came down to the debates, Max Kellerman knew more than Stephen A.
Oh, right? Talking about Terrell said that.
Terrell Owens. Yeah, Terrell Owens said that it was, and at that point, I don't know why they got rid of Max, because Max was good. Max knew, not only did he know boxing, but he knew all the sports in every category. And Max had studied that, right? In boxing he could take.
Oh yeah, he knew everything about boxing.
But Terrell Owens had a point there.
He did. When he first said it, I was like, well, maybe he out of line, out of pocket. But years later, now it's like the man knew exactly what he was talking about.
So let me ask you this right here, then. I want to, because I can try to get a person the benefit of the doubt. Because, like I say, man, that was my guy.
Yeah.
So I think a little different now, because you attack, some females who really, they weren't minding their own business. They wasn't even bothering anybody, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he's a white man in a black man body?
Hell yeah, he is.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's trapped, man. I think he's trapped. He's trapped because he had whiteness all over him.
He do.
But he tried to have the shade of a black man.
And after those comments, that's what I can't understand. Like, you going after this young lady, and you ain't going after somebody that's higher than her. You're not holding the president to that same standard.
Right.
The president say all kind of crazy shit about everybody.
Right.
Talk bad about everybody.
Everybody.
And you ain't holding him to that same standard. This is the most powerful man in the country. And you worried about what she's saying?
And you know what? He making his business talk mostly about women.
That's all.
He talk bad about
and there's only one man he talk about.
Yeah.
LeBron.
That's it.
And
I'm like, okay, so then that brings me to another question there. If it's so much about women, right? My radar, if it's so much about women, do you think he's trapped and want to be?
Man, don't say it. Don't say it.
That's
the question, man.
Women gossip, right?
Yeah.
So you think, that he,
Michelle Obama say the ESPN show, just like the Real Housewives.
So now we see, right?
You see, yeah.
You think he a Real Housewife?
Yeah, he acting like it now.
He Real
all that
Housewife?
gossipy and all that. I used to think, I used to give him, like you said, the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Many athletes would always have something against him. I'm like, maybe he doing his job, but as a thin line, it's like he crossed the line all the time.
In the thing, right? I was, like you said, athletes would always say something about him, right? And I'd be like, okay. So I started listening, right? He would always have something negative to say about the black athlete.
All of them. Yeah.
All the time. So I'm like, okay, man, what is this right here? Really, what is this right here? Are you trying to fit in with a good old boy?
That's what he's doing, man. And this is a real bad time for sports and politics, because now everything is becoming intertwined.
It is.
Sports is the place you go to relax, get away from it. It bring everybody together.
Right.
Music and sports, it bring everybody together.
Right.
It don't matter who you voted for or what side you're on, we was together.
That's right.
And now it's like that's getting fragmented even more.
Well, he he's the one that's trying to intertwine it, right? Because you don't hear anybody else. You don't hear any other sports show. You don't hear.
Oh yeah.
After they get off the air talking about sports, then they go to their podcast. Well, they're still talking about the same thing. They may bring some more things up, but it's gonna be a whole lot about politics.
Yeah, he trying to dip his foot on the other side. That's why he's doing that. Right. He want to be in that political house. That's what he want. He want to go run for a senator, a governor, or something. It's coming.
Would you vote for him?
For who?
Stephen A.
Hell no. Vote for that clown. Another quick question. He came up under Skip Bayless.
Right.
Do you think that upbringing, because he had to come through the ranks, and him and Skip worked together for a long time, Skip brought him on First Take. Do you think he had any influence, and do he still have influence on it?
He signed a contract a long time ago to be a white man. When him and Skip came up, he signed that contract a long time ago. Stephen A. bring that contract out and show the world. He signed that a long time ago. Still, that's all Bayless, right?
Yeah.
So what Skip can do now is just kind of ease back, cause he done pushed that button. He got the robot doing what he wanted to do.
So like he filling them shoes now.
Yeah.
I hadn't even looked at it.
You look at it like that, right? Yeah. Look at it. He could ease back now. Cause I still got that dummy doing the job for me.
Cause you still bring up Skip. He'll mention him
all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So then you go back and you look at any other black person that was brought up with somebody that was black, right? They're proud.
Yeah.
They're proud of their race, right? Is he proud of his race?
Sometimes it don't seem that way, man.
And
that's what we go back to. Like he say things that make a lot of sense, and then he'll flip it and say something else that, like, what you talking about? Now you make yourself seem stupid, because yesterday you said this, now today you saying something else, and some of it I think just to stir stuff up to get people watching that show, man. He do, but like now you coming out with this and people looking at you through different lenses now. You had D.L. Hewley, you had Plies, you had Willie D, you had Steven Jackson from with the Real Smoke podcast.
Right.
Like they coming in.
Right.
I mean Up in Smoke podcast. Right. They coming in. Right. Everybody have something to say. Roland Blackman. Right. I watch Roland Blackman a lot.
Yeah. He's the truth.
And he was breaking it down, like what's the things that's going on and why Stephen A. doing this.
Right.
Because now you're looking like a pundit now, man. Like people respect you on the sports side, but now you're trying to transition it, but you're doing it wrong.
Well, like the guy said, really, truly, he don't know nothing about politics, so leave it alone. Leave it alone. Yeah, leave it alone. You don't know nothing about you saying things that you don't know nothing about.
And
right?
that's what Roland Martin said.
Yeah. Leave it alone. Yep. My and truly, I got to ask you this question once again, right? What did Jasmine Crockett say that would warrant him to come after her? What did she say? Maybe I got it confused. What did she say?
I listened to the interview twice. It was nothing detrimental. It was nothing. He said, well, she just getting on that cussing him every chance she get this. It's nothing like that. And the thing about it is the constituency she represent, they love her to death.
Right.
Everybody love her to death. And a lot of many African Americans, because I'm one of them, I tune in to see what she got to say because she could be coming direct. All that playing games and all that stuff. No, this is what's going on. This is what we need to do. And we need that. We need that leadership.
Well, and you know what she will say? She will talk about her own party if they ain't right. That's the truth. This lady tell the truth, right?
Oh, yeah.
If they ain't right, she gonna say it, right? So my thing is, right, if she's out there, she's saying what she says. She's speaking her mind.
And I watched the Breakfast Club the other day, and Charlamagne made a great point.
What did he say?
He said one of the girls on the show asked him, like, how do you know she's a good leader? What you think about her? Who to win the third? He said, I know she's a good leader. And the reason I know that, because when the Republicans throw you out there and have nothing good to say about you, and they do it up front and say the Democrats kick you in the back.
Right.
Off screen, so nobody know about it. So and that's he saying. So that lets me know she's real about what she's doing. And if you got both sides afraid and scared and don't want to hear what she got to say, it's something behind it.
Right.
But the directness, that's what I love. Like, be direct about it. Say what's really going on. And like you said, no matter what side, because we gotta pick a side anyway. But just be real about what's going on. And we don't have that no more.
Right. What you got? You got Republican Party, you got Democrat parties, right? Those are parties, right? When you got things in the forefront, political issues, right? It don't matter what party that you are for the American people.
For the American people, yeah.
So it's just like a house. And that's a house divided.
Yeah.
If you stay in a house, everybody should be together in that house, right? You're going to have some disagreements. You're going to have some things that you don't agree on. And that's in life.
Yep.
Everybody have a disagreement, but you live together to make sure that everything come together at the end of the day, and you take care of American people.
Yeah.
Right now, you guys are hurting American people with a government shutdown.
Oh yeah, big time. Big time.
So Stephen A., you got a big mouth. You should use your platform for some besides knocking down black females.
Yeah, that's true.
Or any females at all.
He made a valid point. There's one point he made that was good. He was talking about the lobbyists. And he was saying, like, we need to invest, people with money need to invest in the lobbyists and get behind that person to help push issues that we need to be pushed, which made a lot of sense. Right. But I'm like, you have the biggest platform, so why don't you try to unite these young men? You talk to NBA players, NFL players, NHL. You went overseas for they brought the racing to the United States. All this, like, you're a part of that. You have the largest platform. Right. You could unite these people. You can sit down and have a meeting. And if you want to be the lobbyist, because I think that could be part of why he's doing a lot of this stuff. Just be the lobbyist. Yeah. Do that. Do something, because the way you're doing it and how you're going about it is wrong. But he do have valid points. But at the end of the day, the way that he's bringing it to our attention and the way that he's going at these women is wrong, man.
He got valid points, but he's straddling the fence.
Big time.
I mean, if you're going to be straightforward, then he should take a page out of Jasmine's book and be straightforward with it, right? Don't straddle the fence. Don't go here. Don't go there. Man, your platform, be solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, be solid. If you ain't going to be solid, then don't even say nothing about it. Keep their name out there.
But that man say he would run for president and win. That man said that. I when it came out of that man mouth.
He went with your vote because he didn't get mine.
Hell no, man. Clown.
Man, you know what? Like I said, at first, man, that guy, he could do nothing wrong for me. Nothing wrong. But I just sit back and start watching him put his mouth on wrong things, put his mouth in wrong positions.
After Shannon left, I kind of stopped watching the show. Then after Molly left, I don't even watch it no more, man. I don't watch First Take.
I mean, either. I don't watch. I watch Get Up.
Yeah,
I love Green in them.
Yeah, because they have a spin.
You you have Ryan and all that, but I don't. Man, since I stopped looking at a whole lot of his things when he first brought up Serena. Yeah. In the Crip Walk, right? I was like, what are you saying? Because it's nonsense, But then, here you are, can straighten it out with her husband, and you chose not to.
He put that tail between his legs. Yeah. That's what he did.
Yeah, and when he had an opportunity to actually clear that up, what he had said about Serena, then, like you said, he tucked his tail and
giggled. The man giggled on TV. Oh, I can't give no marriage advice. No, you keep that same energy you had when you made them statements about that man's wife. Right. That man told him, like, no, this is you want to give advice? You ain't even been married. Right. The host is trying to spin the conversation and all that, and even him, he tried to turn it. No, I can't give marriage advice. Like, you coward.
So why we talking about this right here? We talking about this? What do you think about other guys feeling that they could check other men's wives? For instance, like Ayesha Curry. Yeah. I'm quite sure you heard, and I read a little about what she said. She said when she first met Steph, that she had a plan. She had a plan. They got married at a young age, right? Yeah. They start having kids, and everything started happening real fast, right? Yeah. So she don't felt like she was able to go through with her plan, right? She say she don't think Steph understand, but he support her. Yeah. Then it was said that Killer Mike jumped in it. It was some said that Killer Mike jumped in it, right? And I'm like, okay, so how do these guys feel that they can say something that's been said by another man's wife? So what you think about that?
Man, I think the shit out of control now, man. The shit is out of control. Like, and Killer Mike should have just stayed out of the way. Some TikToker, man, he started the whole thing. He had posted something about going on what Ayesha Curry said, and Killer Mike jumped in the conversation. And Steph even replied back. Steph was like, "Whoa, man! I expect that from people on the outside,
Right.
but not you.
Right.
You Killer Mike. We know each other.
Right.
Who the one and third? You
Right.
just good spokespeople for
Right.
African Americans.
Exactly.
And you fight for us, do all this stuff, and now you getting into the same thing, gossip on the internet.
Right.
Now, what woman doesn't have a plan? Every woman starts off with a plan. Every man starts off with a plan. Do it always happen that way? No. You get curveballs. You get babies.
Right.
You might lose a job.
Right.
You might get a new job.
Right.
You might have to move
Right.
out of state.
Right.
It's so many different situations. And we as a society got to stop judging people so much,
Right.
man.
Right.
That's faulty. And how would you feel if somebody had comments about your wife?
Well, see, the thing is, what you said, it's called life.
Yeah.
Things happen. It's called life, right? Now, me, I'm quite sure. I met my wife at a young age, right?
You was robbing the crib?
That's what they say. I think she robbed the band, You know what I'm saying? I think she said, "Woo, wee," But and I know she had a plan.
Yeah.
I know she had a plan, right? And to hear them say that, I planning on doing this and I planning on doing that, whatever, right? They're speaking from their heart. They're speaking what their plans were, right? And we might not understand it, but I still support her.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't, you really just don't understand. You trying to find a way, you listening, and you like, okay, what could I have done back then?
Yeah.
To make sure your plan went through, but the curveballs start coming, life start coming.
Oh yeah, life.
And you like, okay, well, we've gotten past that point, right?
Yeah.
And just because they're rich, right?
Yeah.
Just because they have this money and this success, don't make it where she's not able to explain herself.
Yeah.
You don't get down on her because of what she said.
And some of them comments they were saying like, "Girl, you got money, this, that, and the third. You need to be happy." How you feel about that?
Money don't make everybody happy.
Yeah, true.
It don't make everybody happy, right? You could have a plan, and that plan that you had was the plan that's gonna make you happy and set you up the way that you want to be set up.
Yeah.
What you were looking for, right? Of course, you married somebody, and guess what? Y'all got riches together.
Yeah.
Got rich together. But at the same time, in the back of your mind, this wasn't my plan. My plan was to do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you have to sit down and say, hey, let's talk about the situation.
Do you think it's right just for regular people to get into someone else's marriage?
No. What you don't, do you sleep with them? Is all three of y'all in the bed?
Yeah.
Huh? You leave, you stay on the outside.
Yeah.
Killer Mike married. How would he like somebody jumping into his relationship?
True.
Even if that podcaster, if he got a girlfriend, how would he like somebody jumping into his relationship?
Yeah.
Relationships are private. They are private. People let you know what they will do. If they want you to know something, they're going to give it to you.
Yeah.
Okay? If they want you to know what's going on, they're going to give it to you. Don't start digging.
And I hate that, man. And the thing, like, they was kicking her back in. They had so many negative comments.
Wow.
And that's why Steph stepped in. Like, it's out of control.
Right.
Like, she wrote a book, said how she felt about it,
right.
Which is cool. A woman have every right to express herself.
Exactly.
You don't have to agree with it. You can agree with it. You don't have to.
Right.
Who cares? That's their life. Let them people live.
It's their life. You let them live, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody have thoughts. Everybody have opinions. Everybody have plans.
Yep.
It don't always work out the way that you plan for it to work
Nothing
out.
never does.
Yeah.
It's a curveball or hurt or something. You got to cross something.
Yeah. Just like, you always think the Saints going to beat the Falcons, but it don't happen.
We always do. We split every year.
That's the thing, so.
Hey, that's a bad example. That's a bad example.
So, I'm just saying, that's your thinking, right? You got a right to think that way. There's just like she have a right to think the way that she thinks, and no one should be jumping on her. No one should be beating her up, right? Now that's me. If me and Miss Nikki was out there, right, and we put stuff in social media, and somebody, going back and forth and try to jump on her, of course, I'm coming to her defense, right?
You're supposed to.
Yeah, I'm telling her meet me in the alley.
What you gonna do? Once they come?
Yeah, I'm coming with black, man. They better be ready. You know.
And the other part about he don't understand though. Shit, most men don't understand their wives. Shit, it take a lot of time, lot of effort from both parties to understand each other.
Right.
Shit happen in my house sometimes. I be like,
yeah.
I just look, and like you say, sometimes it's good just to be quiet.
Yeah, be quiet.
And just to keep it moving.
Don't say nothing.
I'll take my ass upstairs.
That's it. Don't say nothing. Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
But prime example. Yesterday we was looking at football.
Oh, so was, yep.
And Miss Nikki was back here in the other room, right? And so I'm cussing at the TV, and she jumped up, coming down. What? And I asked her this morning, I say, why you coming down like that? She say, I heard that word and I ain't want to hear that word right now. I said, but I'm talking to the TV. So I said, I didn't understand why she came in there. I didn't get it. I did not get it. Yeah. And she came, you was right there. Yeah. I didn't understand when she came in. I'm cussing at the TV. I'm cussing at nobody else right
and
now.
That's life, man.
Yeah.
That's life. Like certain things you're not gonna be understood. Everything not meant to be understood. You gotta have those conversations, them hard conversations. Yeah. Sometimes.
And that's it. And I asked her, I say, well, baby, you jumped up and coming there. You say, well, I thought you was cussing at something. I say, well, who would I be cussing at? I said, I was looking at Georgia. You know how excited I get. I lose my mind. I had lost my mind at that point.
You got a mind?
I had lost all my senses. Boy, I'm looking at her. She looking at me like, I'm like, what? Why?
Hey, like, what I did wrong?
What I did wrong?
I'm about to get in trouble in front of the fellas.
Yeah. What? I was like, what?
I thought I did something. I started looking around.
Yeah. Everybody. Jay said, oh, you start getting nervous. Like, that ain't what we did up in here. But see, that there you go, right?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, and I didn't understand, but she explained to me why she came in there, right? So that's part of life, right?
And the lives they lead, they both are so busy. She's raising the kids, and she's writing a book. She got her food thing, whatever she's doing, she's expanding. So half of the time, Steph got to go to work. Yeah. Steph got to go to practice. Steph, like they have a lot of time away from each other. Exactly. So that could be understood. Like he don't understand everything. He's not there 24/7. Exactly. He's there in the off season, but regular season, half the time he's gone. Yeah. Road trips. Right. Even home games, back to backs, like that's part of life.
And I commend her because she's being a wife.
Yeah.
She's doing her thing with her business, right? And Steph doing this thing. It ain't like it's all on him.
Yep.
She got something to say in that marriage too, right?
In the comment, the dude said she was trying to be Glorilla. That's what he said. It came to that effect. She thought, I'm like, what?
Okay. She trying to be Glorilla.
Glorilla.
So, it's Glorilla rap.
Yeah.
I have heard. I used to rap. Have you heard?
Yeah, no. Glorilla ain't got no kids. Just one that's taking care of her kids.
That's what I'm saying. So,
and stuff happened. So why y'all complaining?
Yeah, I'm saying. So how does that you know what? See, that's that dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody just saying something dumb.
And everybody hop in.
Yeah, everybody hop in.
That
is because they ain't no comparison.
No, none.
No, that's the dumb stuff right there. Bro, I'm just saying, right, man. I know we could talk about this all day, but we gotta wrap this up,
man. It's time, man.
Yeah, it is, man. But
we're gonna see if you can get in trouble again later on the day, man.
Nah, I ain't doing that, man. Man, they come around that corner. I say, damn, what I do? Why? I know.
Right,
y'all was like, what the hell?
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in today. Y'all gotta come on. We see y'all liking. Y'all got in the views. We need y'all to subscribe. Tune into us. Get in them comments. Let us know how we doing. Let us know what we need to work on. We waiting on that.
Yeah, that's a wrap. And Riley say, hey. She said, hey, y'all get in there. Y'all subscribe. Y'all like. Y'all just give us some comments, And then if it's something that y'all think that we should discuss, let us know. Because we inside the real room, baby.
We out, baby.
Peace.